The Canadian Prime Minister's trip seemed to follow Murphy's Law, that anything that could go wrong would go wrong. And for Justin Trudeau's state visit to India, there were a lot of things that did. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi wasn't at the airport to welcome Trudeau with his trademark hug. Instead, he sent a junior agriculture minister to fill in. The apparent reason for the snub was the Trudeau government's alleged support for Sikh separatism. In particular, a movement demanding a separate homeland for Sikhs in India, known as Khalistan. Sikh leaders wanted to carve it out of the Punjab region, divided between India and Pakistan during partition in 1947. The movement was largely peaceful until an army operation in 1984. Codenamed Operation Blue Star, then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi ordered troops to evict militants from inside the Golden Temple in Amritsar, the Sikhs' holiest site. The raid was seen as a desecration by Sikhs and led to Gandhi being assassinated by her own Sikh bodyguards. That in turn led to riots in which an estimated 8,000 Sikhs were lynched by Hindu mobs. The following year, Sikh militants were suspected of carrying out Canada's worst ever terror attack, the bombing of an Air India flight from Toronto, which killed all 329 people on board, most of them Canadians of Indian origin. The armed Sikh insurgency across the Indian Punjab that followed the riots lasted till 1992. That year, Indian forces did manage to bring the situation under control, but have since been accused of resorting to human rights violations to do so. This has particularly been voiced by the strong Sikh diaspora in US and Canada.
I raised the issue of Khalistan because that is our primary issue. There is money coming from various countries, including Canada, to Punjab to create this ruckus. And the Prime Minister is aware of it, and he's told me that he's going to look into this.
Since his election, Justin Trudeau seems to be one of the most adored politicians around the world. His liberal outlook and movie star looks appeal to those looking for an alternative to a Trump White House. But with the failure to tackle problems back home, including Canada's worsening housing crisis, his popularity has dropped, with critics panning him for being more worried about his image. And commentators now call his trip to India a diplomatic disaster, not helped by his continued dancing and posing for photos at monuments. And by the sixth day, when then Modi hug did finally come, many Canadians had already begun asking where it all went wrong for Trudeau in India. Shoaib Hasan, The Newsmakers.